Hello everyone, this is Uzma and we are going to learn about economics. Previously we have learned many topics from unit number 1, that is various types of goods, wants, utility and difference between micro and macroeconomics and scope of microeconomics and scope of macroeconomics. So 5 answers have been completed from unit number 1. So now the question arises why we have started unit number 3. Like according to the weightage of the chapters, from which unit you are going to get more answers, we are going to do that first. Because in less time we want to do more important works. Alright. So unit number 3 is also very important, and today's topic which we are going to discuss is factors that determine demand. The chapter name is demand analysis. In the whole unit we are going to learn about demand. So what are the factors that determine demand? Okay, so these are the 5 side headings which determine demand. The first side heading is price of the commodity. Price of the commodity. Always keep in mind, whenever there is some offer or there is a sale of 60% off, 80% off, you can observe that most of the public will be coming over there. That means the demand will be more when the price is less. Okay, price is less, demand is more. In the same way, when the prices are more, will be people buying the goods at higher price? No, no one will be buying any commodity at higher price. So the demand will be less. So always keep in mind, when price increases, the demand decreases. When price decreases, demand increases. When we have up and down, increase and decrease, imagine or you can compare this with a seesaw. You will be finding seesaw where? In your playgrounds. So if a person, there are 2 persons, a person is sitting down, the next person is going to come up. If the second person is coming down, the first person will come up. So this up and down is called a negative relationship. It is called which relationship? Negative relationship. So whenever the price is less, people will be coming there and buying the more products. So the demand will be more. Price less, demand more. Price is more, demand is less. Is that clear? Second point, income of the consumer. The demand for any product also depends upon the income of the consumer. Imagine that you don't have money. You don't have money. So can you buy any kind of commodity? No. When you don't buy anything, that means the demand for so and so good is not there. Am I right? So when you don't have income, income is less, the demand is also less. When income is more, the demand is also more. This is called as positive relationship. Positive means both will increase or both will decrease. Is that clear? For example, if I call so and so person, 2 persons will be coming to me. If I just ask someone to go from here, 2 persons will be going. Okay. When 2 things arise simultaneously and 2 things at a time will decrease, that is called as positive relationship. Now I can say that the income of the consumer is also one of the factor which will determine the demand. Okay. When the people's income is more, the demand is also more. When people's income is less, the demand is also less. Instead of people, you can use a word called as consumer. Alright. When the consumer's income is more, demand is also more. When the consumer's income is less, demand is also less. It is called a positive relationship. 2 points we read. What are those? First is price of the commodity. Price of the commodity. Second is income of the consumer. First point is about price. Second point is about income. First point is about negative relationship. Second point is about positive relationship. Third point, prices of related goods. Related goods here means there are 2 types. One is substitute goods. The next is complementary goods. This topic we have read in which lesson? Unit number 1, right? That is features of wants. Substitutive means you can use this or that. If I am feeling thirsty, I can drink either water or I can also drink a juice. So this or that is called substitutive. Complementary means in order to satisfy one want, I require more number of commodities. If my want is to write on the board with a blue marker, without ink can I write? No. What do I need? I need a ink, then only my marker is going to work. Is that clear? Similarly, if I want to drive a car, without petrol can I drive a car? No. So in order to satisfy my want of driving, I need petrol also. So it is a complementary route. Substitute, tea and coffee are the substitutes. Alright, let us see how the demand is changing. If we see substitute goods like coffee and tea, here you require lot of concentration. You need to listen my words as well as you need to observe the symbols carefully. Then only you can understand, or else it is very hard to understand this topic. Okay. So whenever, listen it carefully, whenever the prices of coffee is increasing, whenever the prices of coffee is increasing, so will any person buy coffee? Will anyone buy coffee at higher price? No, no one will buy. Instead of coffee, what other option we have? Tea. So when prices of coffee are more, the demand for tea increases. Whenever the prices of coffee increases, demand for tea also increases. Let us go to the second case, opposite. Imagine that the prices of coffee have come down. The prices of coffee have come down. That means everyone will be buying coffee instead of tea. So the demand for tea is down. When the prices of coffee decrease, demand for tea also decrease. When both increase and both decrease, that is called which relationship? Positive relationship. Is that clear? Next point, complementary goods. If I want to drive a car, I need petrol. Without petrol, I cannot drive my car. Is that clear? Now, carefully, listen it carefully. When the prices of car are increased, when the prices of car are increased, then will anyone buy the cars at higher prices? No, no one will buy car. When you don't drive a car, then will you need a petrol? You don't need. So the demand for petrol comes down. When prices of car is increased, no one will buy the cars. So no one will buy the petrol. When price of car increase, the demand for petrol decrease. One is increasing, next is decreasing. Let us go to the opposite situation. Imagine that the prices of car are decreased. Prices of car are decreased. All the people, middle class people or poor people, everyone is buying the car. So I want to drive a car. All those people, those who want to drive a car, need petrol also. So they'll be buying petrol. That means the demand for petrol is more. When the price of car is less, demand for petrol is more. Now this up and down relationship, increase and decrease relationship is called as negative relationship. 3 points are completed. First point we read about price of the commodity. Second point is about income of the consumer. Third point is about prices of related goods. Related means substitutive and complementary. If you are just confusing here, then keep in mind that first side heading there is a negative relationship, then positive, negative, positive, then positive, negative. Keep in mind like this, negative, positive, again positive, negative. These 3 side headings you can by heart in such a way. Then only 2 side headings are left. Fourth point is taste and habits of the consumer. So the demand of any product also depends upon the taste and habits of the consumer. For example, imagine that the prices of cigarettes have been increased. So the persons who are addicted to smoking will buy the cigarettes even when the price is high. So the demand here is depending upon what? Upon the taste of the consumer. Whereas the person who doesn't smoke, will he buy the cigarettes? He won't buy the cigarettes. So here the demand is depending upon if the taste and habits. If there is a positive change, then the demand will increase, and vice versa. Vice versa means instead of saying the next sentence, we can write as vice versa. For example, positive change of taste and consumer leads to increase in demand. Negative change in the taste and consumer, then the demand decrease. Alright, so here demand also depends upon taste and habits of the consumer. Last point, change in weather. Demand for any commodity also depends upon the weather. Now, for example, woolen clothes will have more demand in which season? Winter season, right? Woolen clothes will have demand in winter season. Then raincoats and umbrellas will have more demand in rainy season, right? Then cool drinks will have more demand in which season? Obviously that is summer season. So depending upon the weather, the demand for a commodity changes. So in the all side headings, what we have observed? Positive relationship or a negative relationship. Positive means both are increasing. A positive relationship means both are increasing. A negative relationship means one is increasing, one is decreasing, like the seesaw. Okay. Now there are two names. Okay, there are two names. Positive relationship you can also say as direct relationship. Positive can also be said as direct. Negative can also be said as inverse. Inversely proportional you can say. Alright. All 5 points are completed. There are 5 side headings: price of the commodity, income of the consumer, then third is prices of related goods, taste and habits of the consumer, and the weather. Okay. First point, price is more, then demand will be less. Price is less, demand is more. Up and down, negative relationship. Second point, income of the consumer. Income is more, demand is more. Income is less, demand is less. This is a positive relationship. Both increase, both decrease, that is positive relationship. Third point, prices of related goods. Related means substitutive and complementary. Prices of coffee increase, demand for tea increase. Prices of coffee decrease, demand for tea decrease. Both increase and both decrease, that is a positive relationship. In the same way, here we have negative relationship. How to by heart the first 3 points? A negative, positive, positive and negative relationship are there. Is that clear? Fourth point is about taste and fifth point is about weather. So this topic is completely finished. The factors that determine demand, 5 side headings: price of the commodity, income of the consumer, prices of related goods, taste and habits of consumer, and change in weather condition. Is that clear? Now after this class, what you need to do is you need to copy down this matter, then try to write it with seeing one time and with seeing again one more time you write. After completing 2 times, try to say the answer without seeing to you. If you are able to say, that means you got the answer. If you are getting some mistakes, you will be getting confused here, increase and decrease. So try to read it again and again, practice it again and again, then you are going to definitely get this answer. Is that clear? Unit 1 is completed. From unit 3, 1 5 marks answer is completed. Then see you in the next class with one more 5 marks answer from the same unit, that is unit number 3. Till that time, stay safe and keep practicing.